I'm ready to depart a guest house. Certainly not the nicest one I've been in by any means. I actually regret staying here. I should have just camped. Before I depart, I wanted to show you the water. It is brown in color. I did my laundry. That is what I'm wearing right now last night. I'm not sure I actually cleaned it, though it certainly feels better on my body at this juncture than it did when I took it off last night. What happened last night? Well, the music was extremely loud until 10 o'clock. Fortunately, they shut it off at 10. I had earplugs, white noise, and a fan running. This is the first fan I've seen as far back as I can recall. I'm struggling to remember a second fan, so I appreciated having this, but sadly, despite the music going off at 10, at 11 the power went off. The mosquitoes came through the open window. Notice there is no screen. To leave everything closed means to sweat, so you really have no option. It was only a couple of mosquitoes, but of course one is enough. After suffering through that for an hour, I set up my tent just beyond the threshold here, and then sure enough I got some sleep. Initially there were people coughing and other sounds, but I did sleep and woke up roughly at 4:30 in the morning when they started the generator. I exited the tent, packed everything up, climbed back into bed here for about 45 minutes. By then it was 6 a.m. and I extracted myself and have been making progress in the direction of departure ever since. Let me also mention that during the initial part of my sleep, that is, I wasn't asleep yet, between 10 and 11, the pipe broke above that valve under the sink. I heard something, I thought it was rain, and I ignored it for a while until it just didn't sound right. So I decided to go into the bathroom, and as soon as I did, I was hit with a spray, a mist, and some, oh, there's a mosquito. A mosquito no more. So I was hit with water, a sprinkler plus a fine mist. It took me a second in the dark to figure out where it was coming from. Fortunately, it was above the valve, between the valve and the sink itself, so I shut it off and went back to sleep, or at least I thought, because as I already mentioned, not much sleep was going to be had. There's a lot of potential at this guest house, nonetheless, if they get their shit together. Many rooms. It's 15,000 kwanza, so about $15. I'd say that's overpaying. Let me mention the stench coming out of the pipes right now, which I can't show you, obviously. And last complaint, the mattress is wrapped in plastic. Personally, my body hates that, though I understand why they do it. I nonetheless despise sleeping on a mattress that's wrapped in plastic. Looking forward today, a new horizon. My plan at the moment is to camp at an orphanage run by Catholic sisters. I am keeping the conclusion open, just in case, for example, I arrive and it's very noisy. As much as I love children, if there's many of them around, it might not be an ideal situation, but my guess is the nuns are keeping them contained for the most part. So it could be a very good experience. By the way, my grandfather was an orphan raised in Cambridge, Massachusetts by a covey of nuns. So staying at an orphanage would remind me of him and my family story, at least on that side, the Bretons. It's already looking like a warm day, so I'm not going to delay any longer. In 2 days, I anticipate that I'll roll into Namibia.